This white marble dome of the Dargah, crowned with a lotus and golden finial, has marked the resting place of Sufi saint Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti since the 13th century. Known as Gharib Nawaz, the benefactor of the poor, he founded the Chishti Sufi order in India, focusing his teachings on charity, equality, and service to the distressed. That message eventually commanded the highest levels of power. Mughal emperors like Akbar and Shah Jahan became frequent pilgrims, contributing the massive wealth and labor required to build this complex. This image captures the modern reality of that legacy. Those ancient courtyards now handle upwards of 150,000 daily visitors, creating an incredibly dense, high-energy environment. Navigating a site with this much human volume requires a specific plan. Without a clear engagement strategy, the sheer logistical weight of the crowds will easily overwhelm the experience. Visiting means stepping into a complex ecosystem. You have to manage your way through intense crowds, rigid ritual schedules that dictate when you can enter the tomb, and a wide range of financial offerings. For those participating from a distance, the challenge is trust. You have to find a way to navigate digital portals and WhatsApp numbers without falling for a scam. This quadrant chart breaks down the engagement strategy. We've mapped out the options by plotting logistical cost against your primary goal, whether that's historical study or intense spiritual participation. To get a genuine return on your time or money, you need to identify where you sit on this graph. Successful engagement depends on whether you approach the Dargah as a deep dive pilgrim, a remote donor, or a historical tourist. The deep dive pilgrim is the highest friction path. This is the scenario for someone looking to fulfill a major vow, a mannat, or aiming to attend the massive annual Urs festival in March. This iron cauldron illustrates the scale of a traditional deg offering. Donated by Emperor Akbar, they cook thousands of kilograms of rice for the crowds. Funding a body deg is a significant commitment. You are paying to feed thousands of people, with costs ranging from 80,000 to over 1.5 lakh rupees. Consider the physical toll of traveling during the Urs festival. You'll move through extreme crowd density and must book your accommodation months in advance. The payoff is the chance to participate in an 800-year-old tradition of feeding the poor, standing directly alongside millions of global devotees. For this profile, enduring maximum logistical and financial friction is the necessary price for the deepest possible spiritual participation. The remote devotee path bypasses physical travel logistics entirely by utilizing digital platforms. The inputs for this path are purely financial. You might sponsor a chadar, a velvet cloth for the tomb, for anywhere from 1,100 to 21,000 rupees, or donate to the Langar Kitchen. This verification pipeline highlights the primary risk for remote donors. You must navigate a digital landscape filled with unverified third parties. Security requires using verified channels. Only coordinate through the official Dargah website or the authorized Khatam WhatsApp number ending in 1277. Remote devotion removes the physical strain of Ajmer, but it demands strict digital security to ensure your money actually supports the shrine's charitable work. For the historical tourist, the strategy is built around educational context, architecture, and music, while actively minimizing the crowds. This means traveling during the off-season. When the volume of devotees drops, you can safely observe the architectural layering built up over 8 centuries. This is the Nizam Gate, built in 1911. It's a prime example of the architectural scale to seek out, alongside mosques commissioned by Mughal emperors. This photo shows a nightly performance of Qawwali. These musical sessions, along with the Roshani lamplighting ceremony, are essential cultural events for any visitor. You will still face scheduling friction. The shrine operates on an ancient daily clock, meaning you must plan around times like the 3 p.m. Khidmat, when the tomb is closed for cleaning. Capturing the historical value of the Dargah requires you to strictly adhere to these daily schedules and tune out the modern commercial distractions surrounding the gates. Finally, we must view the Dargah through the lens of a socio-political observer. You cannot understand this site without grounding it in modern Indian reality. Recently, external political claims have attempted to dispute the shrine's origins and legally alter its documented religious character. These challenges have forced a legal defense based on this document, the Places of Worship Act of 1991, which mandates that the religious character of a site as it existed in 1947 must be maintained. These modern pressures contrast with the Dargah's documented history of communal harmony, where for centuries Hindu kings and Muslim rulers co-patronized the site. Visiting today means witnessing an ancient symbol of unity as it navigates real-world political turbulence. This flowchart helps you map out your specific engagement strategy based on your budget and your intent. If you cannot travel, you must execute digitally. Verify your Qadim contacts, budget for a modest chadar, and follow the official payment links. If your focus is spiritual participation, pool your resources for a Deg offering, prepare for extreme crowds, and plan your trip for the Earth Festival. And if you are a historian, avoid the festival dates, focus on the architectural mosques, and prioritize the evening Qawwali sessions. The Dargah functions as an institution that scales its depth based exactly on the level of preparation and commitment you choose to bring to it. The difference between a meaningful experience and a logistical failure comes down to heavy prep before you travel and ruthless verification of every digital contact. When the approach is right, this is the result. You are engaging with a living historical site where kings and commoners have stood in the exact same line for 8 centuries. Matching your approach to your actual capacity ensures you find the same sense of relief or historical clarity that has drawn millions to these stones since the 1200s.